Instant, feeless, and infinitely scalable. Sound ambitious? Hi there, I'm Guy from the Coin Bureau, and in this video I'm going to be taking an in-depth look at the Nano cryptocurrency. Now, before I get cracking, one or two quick disclaimers. Firstly, this is not investment advice and it is presented to you for your education only. Always do your own research. Also, if you're new at the Bureau, go ahead and hit up that subscribe button. This way you can get our daily reviews the moment they hit the tube. Okay, all clear? Right, let's jump into Nano. Now, if you've been around the world of cryptocurrency for any length of time, then you're probably already familiar with the Nano project. Officially rebranded in 2018, the project started off being called RaiBlocks. The change marked a fresh start for the coin as its own cryptocurrency and project. Nano has a simple mission. In its own words, the project aims to revolutionize the world economy through an ultra-fast, feeless and decentralized network that is open and accessible to everyone. Basically, this means they want to make Nano a cryptocurrency people use as opposed to fiat currency. Instead of whipping out a handful of cash to pay for that cup of coffee, you'll just use Nano. Sound familiar? Well, it should, as the project has almost the exact same goals as Bitcoin. Now, of course, there are differences between the two cryptocurrencies, otherwise Nano would be pointless. The goal of Nano is to perform transactions in a more flexible and much faster manner. Don't just take my word for it though. Let's dig a little deeper into the Nano project and the technology that drives it. Nano is built on what's called a directed acyclic graph, also referred to as DAG. This technology makes use of block-lattice architecture, which has every address or account owning its own blockchain. Many blockchains keep track of the amount of each transaction. However, Nano only records balances, which means much less storage is needed on the network. Every blockchain is managed and updated by the owner, which indicates their balance information and shares it with the network. Interestingly, block-lattice architecture allows for every blockchain to update with the network whenever it needs to. There's no need for it to be concurrent. All transactions are performed by the user's blockchain. Nano's network is entirely decentralized, which makes the coin a great way to move funds quickly and without incurring additional fees or charges. One of the key benefits of the Nano project is the potential for infinite scalability, which is a massive challenge for any blockchain. If this turns into a reality, Nano could have a significant impact on the cryptocurrency industry for years to come. Now, if all this is confusing to you, you may want to check out our Nano review that we've linked to below. Now, let's talk a little about Nano's consensus mechanism. Since you can't mine the coin, the blockchain doesn't need transaction fees. As a result, Nano uses a delegated proof-of-stake, that's DPoS protocol, that allows users to select which node they want. The selected node then represents their votes. These representative nodes then account for tasks like voting for valid transactions and verifying signatures. Voting on the Nano blockchain is weight balanced, so every node has a vote weight based on the volume of Nano connected to it. Interestingly though, Nano also has a proof of work component. However, this is not used in the consensus mechanism at all. A small proof of work is used in every transaction in order to fight spam attacks. Why is this? Well, a lack of fees means anyone who attacks the network could do so indefinitely. However, with proof of work, Nano needs a small amount of work in order to process each block. It takes about 5 seconds to generate a block and only a microsecond to validate it. This difference in the work requirement means that an attacker will have to dedicate a large amount of resources to run an attack, whereas it will only use a small amount of resources from everyone else on the network. So essentially, Nano has developed an incentive mechanism whereby those who flood the network get economically punished more than those who use it. This is a significant advantage over the Bitcoin blockchain, which makes us ask, what other benefits does Nano offer? It's possible that Nano is the ideal digital coin for users. It offers scalability, has no fees, and transactions occur almost immediately. The quick transaction time is a significant improvement over Bitcoin, which can take at least 10 minutes to process a transaction. Plus, Bitcoin is at the mercy of its network. If traffic is heavier, then you could be looking at hours for the transaction to validate. This is due to the fact that every block can handle only a certain number of transactions. The result is the minimum threshold of 10 minutes for every block to get mined. Anyone aiming to attack and take over the network would require a significant amount of computing power and financial backing. Plus, using a DPoS consensus bypasses the expensive mining equipment and massive amount of energy consumption required for cryptocurrencies that use proof of work. Anyways, let's move on and take a look at Nano's native coin. Since Nano was initially released as RaiBlocks, it had a different symbol, which at the time was XRB. There are some exchanges which still list it as such. However, the current symbol for Nano is its name, which shows up as NANO. Nano has a maximum coin supply of over 133 million coins, so you'll never have more than this in circulation. There was never an ICO for Nano. The team chose to give away the coins by rewarding users for solving a CAPTCHA. As a result, those who were early to the XRB game earned their coins for free. What was the purpose of doing this, you might ask? Well, the thinking was that since Nano is decentralized, coins should be available and accessible to as many people as possible. This was the main driver behind the decision not to have an ICO. Why does that matter? It shows that the team is serious about its project and wasn't just trying to get a bunch of money together. Nano is playing the long game by choosing a strategy that they believe will lead to success throughout the course of the project. Who was the team behind this type of decision? Let's take a closer look at who Nano actually is. Founder and CEO Colin LeMahieu has a background in software engineering. His innovation and passion for invention led to the Nano project. COO George Coxon has experience in managing client relationships and business operations. They lead a team of 8 individuals who bring technology and strategy expertise to the enterprise. In terms of development output, things are still going strong. You can head over to their GitHub, where there has been a steady stream of commits to their core repo. There's not a lot of information out there on the Nano roadmap, but from what we can tell, they spent most of 2018 building out communities and information hubs in Asia and South America. Their goal was to recruit community managers for these hubs to use social media platforms for the distribution of Nano information. It seems to have worked because several international merchants have begun accepting Nano at point of sale. Anyways, let's dive into the markets for Nano, shall we? Nano is available on several popular markets including Binance, CoinEx and KuCoin. It does more than $500,000 in daily activity on both Binance and CoinEx, so you know there's plenty of volume. There is also pretty strong liquidity on each of these exchanges, which you can confirm by taking a look at their individual order books. You can exchange your Nano with Bitcoin, Bitcoin Cash, Ethereum and many other cryptocurrencies on most of these exchanges. So, how do you manage your Nano? Well, like a lot of other cryptocurrencies, Nano has its own wallet. Nano recommends using Natrium, Canoe and Nano Blocks wallets. You can download these for Windows, macOS, Android, iOS or Linux. If you want to know what other wallets support Nano, we've provided a list in the links below. So then, what do I think of the Nano project? Well, I think it has a lot of potential because it's simple. Not only from a user standpoint, it's uncomplicated in the way they set up clear goals and straightforward tasks with a passionate leader and a core team of people to back him up. This dedicated team has done a great job of implementing a sound product and it works great. It's also a green coin with simple use cases and a dedicated community of advocates. The team was able to raise this community from the ground up by building excitement for the project. However, there are some challenges. Unfortunately, Nano is still relatively unknown amongst the general population. Although the project is relying on its community to spread awareness, mass adoption requires a broader marketing initiative. Nano also needs to develop more partnerships to gain more traction in the market. It's an ideal coin for point-of-sale purchases, and these partnerships could help spur further integration. And lastly, you have that coin price. Although there's been a great return for early hodlers, anyone who bought post-December 2017, it's been less than stellar. Yet the possibilities are there. All Nano needs now is more widespread adoption, which they seem to be working on. So, all in all, definitely a project to keep an eye on. And that, ladies and gentlemen, brings to a close my Nano review. But I want to hear from you. Are there Nano fans out there? Any questions for me? Hit me up in the comment section. Also, if this video was vaguely helpful, please don't forget to like and subscribe. And I'll be seeing you again very soon.